politicians, be preachers. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions. Standing in the Hall of Fame. And the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you burn with the God's flame. And the world's gonna know your name.
That's right. You could be sitting in the Hall of Fame and the world will know your name. Good evening and welcome to Personality Profile here on Joy 99.7 FM. I'm Lexis Bill and I look forward to Thursday evenings because, listen, we get to speak to amazing people doing wonderful things on the continent. And this evening, I've got one such great conversation for you. I've got an amazing guest in the studio that you would want to know about. So sit back, relax. I'm sure you might want to tell a friend to tell a friend. Lexis is live with Personality Profile this evening. Now, remember, the video for this conversation is live on our Facebook page. And so you can actually join us via video. If you're driving home, probably stuck in traffic, and you're worried that you get home and you can't follow the conversation, don't worry at all. Once you get home and you're out of your FM radio in the car, you can just switch over to your phone and log on to our Facebook page and catch us live, or probably on YouTube, and you'd see the video for this conversation live on your phone. I'm Lexis Bill. Thanks to my production crew. This evening, I sit down with a true African powerhouse. That's what I call her. She's a multi-award-winning media executive, a tech innovator, and CEO who has built platforms that celebrate Africa's luxury, culture, and innovation. From pioneering mobile banking across West Africa to shaping the conversation around luxury branding and Pan-African unity, my guest has proven that African excellence can compete and shine on the global stage. Yeah. Look, get ready for a very inspiring conversation with a visionary leader who continues to redefine what it means to be African, ambitious, and unstoppable. She holds a bachelor's degree in computer science. She's got a master's in project management. She's a certified SAP consultant. She's done courses in luxury management, media and advertising, women in power empowerment. She studied. Yeah, a lot. She has extensive exposure in Africa as well in the corporate sector. Like I said earlier, she was instrumental in working closely with regulatory bodies of both the central banks and telecoms as well, in creating policies that define the mobile banking, mobile payment systems, and the ecosystem. Driven by passion and her love for technology, she decided to leave corporate industry and set up the first media platform that aggregates content around luxury brands in Africa. Yeah. From banking to media to luxury branding, she now seeks to unite Africa with one of the biggest festivals on the continent, FESTAC Africa. Now, from the 21st of September, thousands of Africans from all over the world will descend on Ghana for the FESTAC Africa Festival. It's a vibrant celebration of African culture, creativity, unity, bringing together artists, performers from across the continent. And it showcases rich traditions through music, dance, fashion, art, you name it. It's a powerful platform for cultural exchange, heritage preservation, and Pan-African pride. And my guest embodies that. CEO of FESTAC Africa, Grace Mumo, is my guest. Hello, Grace.
Hello, Lexi.
Hi, how are you?
I am beautiful and I'm joyful.
You are, actually.
Thanks.
You've got some very lovely Ghanaian braids on your head.
I did
needed
a
to
beautiful
mention that.
touch-up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
These braids were made in Ghana, weren't they?
Yes, they were. I met this beautiful lady,
Uh-huh.
and she decided to do some beautiful magic on my hair.
My goodness.
I'm celebrating her.
Look, it looks so good.
Yeah, so it's proudly African.
Yeah.
I'm
I like
styling up.
that. Look, thank you so much for honoring our invitation. I know we're just days away from FESTAC, so you're
Yeah.
probably very busy and stressed, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure
Overwhelmed too.
you're pretty swamped with organizing and putting it all together, but we appreciate that you could squeeze some time to, catch up with us so we get to know a bit more about you and
Beautiful.
as well FESTAC Africa. How are preparations going?
I think firstly, let me say thank you to Joy FM for the invitation and to all the listeners out there. Preparations are going and going and going. We are down to countdown, meaning that we are right at the very last stage of our preparations. So come the 22nd, which is Monday, we are definitely setting the stage with preparations, a lot of that work going in from this weekend to start setting up and to start ushering the guests, the artists, and to really, make Ghana the biggest and the best destination for travel in the month of September or
Great.
this last week of tourism.
And so it's all going to happen at the Independence Square, the Black Star Square, right? Most part of it.
So the Independence Square is the ground zero where most of the activities, especially the cultural performances, the music, and all that is taking place from there. But we have multiple locations. For instance, the Accra National Stadium is doing all the sporting activities.
Okay.
We have the Accra International Conference Center with all the conferences that are taking place. We have I think those are the three key locations
Okay.
basically, and
Okay.
then the Independence Square itself.
That's great.
Yeah.
For the uninitiated, let's start off with the whole FESTAC Africa concept. And what is it all about? A lot of people, we've been talking about it, the celebration of culture and arts across the continent. Give us a vivid picture of what it looks like.
So, when we talk about African culture, a lot of people think it's just the jumping or it's just the arts and craft and all that. The FESTAC Africa Festival, it's not just about an event or just being there, an exhibition. And perhaps that's where a lot of people get it wrong. It's an experience, and we say come and experience Africa in just 7 days. We have over 100 artists that are going to be performing on stage.
Over 100 artists.
And these artists cut from individuals who are one-man bands, groups,
Yeah.
cultural performances, comedy, poets, spoken words, skits, drumming. So it's various entertainment. So
Okay.
basically, look at entertainment, everything,
You're right.
fashion, music, and so forth.
Yeah.
So we segment the festival into various sectors. Number one is the conferences. We keep saying that knowledge is power. We have to continue to advocate for the knowledge and continue to talk about that. So we have conferences, and those are 3 days of conferences. We have the exhibitions. So again, we are encouraging everyone who has products, goods, services, and wishes to come and expose them while you are experiencing a whole day of celebrations throughout the week, to take a booth and come and sell your proudly African products, or regardless of where you come from, take a booth and come and represent your culture. FESTAC Africa is a global cultures infusion festival, meaning everyone, regardless of where you come from, you are invited. So there's that infusion. The global north is very much infused. The global south is very much infused with the global north and the rest of the continent, the south-south, as they call it now. So we say from Africa to the rest of the world, we invite everyone to the festival to come and be with us. If you are a visual artist, if you are a curator, whether you're a painter, a sculptor, take the center stage and come and showcase your products.
Right.
If you are a weaver, take the center stage and come and showcase your products. If you are a manufacturer of proudly made in Africa products, like the chocolates from Ghana, come and showcase your products. If you're in food and agri, come and showcase your products. This is a celebration of African unity. It's a celebration of us Black people celebrating who we are, our identity, our uniqueness, and really celebrating various experiences from various countries across the continent.
Right.
So it's a week of nothing short of joy. And more importantly is an appeal to all citizens to come for free health screening for 6 days of free health screening, where we have over 10 health practitioners on the grounds who will be doing health screening on anything and everything. Come get your health checked during the festival week and then have fun. Enjoy the entertainment. Support your brothers and sisters from across the continent. And even we have international artists all the way from India coming to perform.
Wow.
We have artists from the US coming to perform. So we're open for everyone to be part of the festival.
And it starts Monday all throughout the week next week.
Official opening ceremony is from the 22nd, which is on Monday, to Saturday the 27th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, great. Listen, there's nowhere else you'd rather be. Ground Zero, Independence Square, the Black Star Square. You need to be at the FESTAC Africa Festival. Come join in. Come pass through. Come enjoy the African experience.
Yep.
You know, and I'm sure you'd love every part of it. And then we'll climax it with a walk. I'll tell you about the walk a bit later as well on Saturday morning. But it's going to be a great week, no doubt about it. I'm looking forward to it. And it's quite interesting because I know you were in corporate Africa. I mean, you were sitting in the C-suite, you were in boardrooms, and now you are a whole cultural curator. So let's start with FESTAC in particular.
Yeah.
What's your journey with FESTAC like? When did it start?
I think it was meant to be. And my journey with FESTAC is more driven from passion and purpose and to serve my cause for the continent. That's where my journey begins. Before FESTAC, I traveled across the continent quite a bit. I've been to 32 countries of the continent. So that alone is where my passion for the continent stemmed in.
What was the travel about?
Travel was more the corporate
work.
In the corporate,
Okay.
doing mobile banking, digital inclusion of financial services, and basically working with both the telcos of Africa and the banks from across the continent to try really bring mobile banking. Those were the days when you didn't think that you can transfer or use mobile money. We were all used to paper money.
Mm-hmm.
And now I don't know when last you held money, but we've moved from paperless to digital banking now.
Right.
So but if I can get back into the journey of FESTAC, FESTAC is, as a festival itself, started, it's a historical festival that was started by our forefathers. And it's a legacy Pan-African project. And that is why, for me, it's driven by passion, because we are continuing a legacy that was started by our forefathers. The late Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was an initiator of FESTAC. The late Dr. Seda Senghor was also an initiator. Mwalimu Nyerere, the late Jomo Kenyatta. These are our forefathers who started FESTAC. And the festival was done twice, in 1966 in Senegal, Dakar, Senegal, and in 1977, the biggest gathering that brought black people together. Over 500,000 people attended the festival in 1 month in Lagos in 1977.
Wow.
And it still remains a statement for anyone to beat.
I actually understand that the whole city was actually even built for FESTAC.
There was a whole city which was then called FESTAC City, and now it's FESTAC Town. And that was built during the festival, and it housed the entire festival. Over 8,000 households now. People live in the FESTAC Town right now. And it left a legacy. In fact, it was not just the town. Also, the National Theatre and the biggest stadium was also built then during the reign of His Excellency, former President Olusegun Obasanjo. So when you talk about FESTAC, you're talking about a legacy. You're talking about a project that can change lives for a country. It's the biggest Pan-African festival that we continue to celebrate. It's a festival that can drive not just, it's an inclusion. It also comes with inclusion, changing lives, and of course, impact for it.
So how did you personally get involved?
So through our chairman, who is very passionate of the continent as well, we got together as an organization, and he said, that was during COVID time. He said, it looks like we're going to be stuck in for a very, very long time during COVID. And he said, there's something that's been sitting dormant for a very, very long time. And it's about time we engaged African Union to bring it back. And that is where the journey started. So the chairman engaged the African Union, and the African Union said, well, it's a massive project. It's a game changer for the continent, but it's doable. So they linked us with the West African ECOSOC to kick off the festival in 2022. And we kicked off the festival in Zanzibar.
In
a
Tanzania? Wow.
In a very small scale, because people were still very afraid to travel.
Right.
And we were looking for an opportunity to promote the continent, because Africans, we don't travel in our continent. Africans, we don't have an experience of our own continent.
True.
Yet we are the richest continent in terms of resources, in terms of humanity, in terms of basically everything. We have it in our continent. But guess what? We don't explore our own continent. So with that, we kicked off the journey in Zanzibar in 2022. And the government of Zanzibar opened its arms and said, bring the festival here. In fact, before Zanzibar, the first country that approached us was the Maldives. And we said, we are not kicking off an African festival in the Maldives. It is an African festival. It should continue in Africa. So we decided then to shift gear and take it to Zanzibar. And there was no better place to start that festival than in Zanzibar because of its richness in heritage and in its culture as well. So that's where the journey started in 2022. 2023, we were still in Tanzania, but we moved closer to Arusha, which is the home of Mount Kilimanjaro. And 2024, we were still in East Africa. We were in Kenya, in a place called Kisumu, where they have the biggest fresh lake.
Okay.
And 2025, we moved from West Africa. We moved from East Africa
to the west,
where the festival actually started. So this is a time for West Africa or ECOWAS at large to come together and embrace the festival and celebrate it.
So before all this started, you were in corporate.
I was in corporate.
Why did you leave corporate?
A very, very good question. And I guess you've done what you need to do. What next? It's to serve your purpose. And my purpose is Africa, is the continent. I think it's not about why did I leave the corporate. I'm still very much in the corporate because I haven't left the corporate. I interact with the corporate on a daily basis.
Well,
so I just
maybe you shifted seats.
I left formal employment to basically get into more passionate.
Yeah.
Passion is what drove me to where I am today. And passion of being across the continent, realizing the depth of the products that comes from the continent, realizing that there is so much an attention to the quality of our products that a lot of us don't even pay attention to. And that really is what made me decide to move from the corporate
into what you're doing
into
now.
what I'm doing.
And look, I mean, with a little that I know about you, I can literally say that you are the definition of Pan-Africanism, because you are many parts of Africa. You are Kenyan.
Yes.
But you live in South Africa.
Yes.
You've probably spent the last couple of months in Ghana
Pretty so.
trying to promote a festival that started in Senegal
Yes.
and later in Nigeria.
Uh-huh.
Like, and you travel the whole of Africa. Okay, so tell us a bit about you. Were you born in Kenya? Did you grow up in Kenya? How did you find yourself living in South Africa? What is it like? What are you?
Who am I? Is that the question? Who am I?
Yes, who are you?
Let's take an onion and start peeling.
You know, there are different layers.
Yeah, different layers. I think to describe myself, I was born in Kenya and I was raised in Kenya and I was educated in Kenya.
Okay.
But I relocated to South Africa to go study.
Okay.
And I went there purposely to enhance my knowledge. South Africa then was opening up to the diaspora or to the rest of the continent coming in. And I took the chance. I applied to study in South Africa, and that's how I ended up in South Africa.
And you never went back home?
The rest is history.
I mean, I was going to ask what...
I found a home.
Yeah.
I think I found a home, and it became my home. With home, you find work, and the work allowed me to travel into the continent, opening doors for the organizations out of South Africa into the rest of the continent, really. Working with the multinational organizations out of South Africa, but from South Africa into the rest of the continent. So that is where my journey really started. I've worked in the West African region for 18 years.
In the West African region?
West African region, mainly Nigeria. Pioneered mobile banking in Nigeria, pioneered mobile banking in Ghana. That is your star 987 ash for banking. That's what really was driving me into the West African region.
The USSD platform at the time.
We started the USSD code.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's where my journey really for the telco started. And I mean, I studied a degree in technology, BSc in information systems. So for me, it has always been within me that it's only fair I go through that route. But even with education itself, I think for me, one of the things I can say is that my passion for wanting to acquire more knowledge was always there when I was growing up. Now I look at books and I'm kind of like, kids, you need to study. And I'm still pushing myself more and more. I do study. I do read when I can. But I think, when you find yourself managing and wearing different hats, representing different boards, sitting in different regions of the continent, it can be overwhelming. But I do it with passion. And I think that's where I find joy, because when I put my heart into something, I want to give it my all. I want to give it my, not 100%, but I give it my 200% when I dig my head into it. Failure for me is not an option. I love to push. I love to challenge. I believe in pushing the boundaries and really, really setting the bar up high.
Failure is not an option. Have you failed at anything before?
Oh, we fail all the time. But when I fail, I don't stay there. I quickly dust myself and I move on. I think anyone who will say they've never experienced failure, probably you can count them, because it's part of the growth. It's part of the journey. It's part of the scars that you acquire as you grow older. And especially when you're in a corporate, or you in the corporate industry and you step out, you're on your own, you were used to having that beautiful, whether you work or you don't work, at least you know that you're going to expect a paycheck. And then you step out and you are starting your own business, you're a founder of this and a CEO of this, and you realize customers don't pay as quickly as you got used to receiving your money. Those are some of the disappointments where there are setbacks, where you find yourself, realizing that even people that are in the corporate that were backing you up are not there anymore because you don't have that backing of the corporate.
You don't have the system that you were used to.
Yeah. So those are some of the things that then you quickly have to dust yourself and realize that with that system, you got to learn pretty fast. You got to decide what are your priorities and how you unlock those priorities to serve you better.
Were there moments that it became so overwhelming you wish you didn't leave corporate?
Moments are always there, but I do not regret ever leaving the corporate. And I believe it's because I moved into my passion, and what I do is driven by passion. So for me, leaving the corporate has never been an option. I've always maintained my good relations. If I go to my various organizations that I've worked in, I walk in and everybody's like, Grace! Others go, Mama Africa! So those relations are there.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty that I've nurtured, of my relations that I've nurtured over the years.
Yeah. I mean, traveling over the continent, all over the continent, for the early parts, it was in corporate.
Yes.
Later, now you're on your own and you still travel the continent and, trying to curate luxury content and all of that. What's that one thing that stuck out for you when you were during all these travels?
What really strikes me every time I travel, because it's about the different experiences, and Africa is beautiful, I kid you not. It's the different experiences that Africa dishes out to you, and the different cultural from one country to the other, in terms of how they vary. The West African culture is very different from the East African culture. It's also very different from the Southern African culture. And for me, what I learned and I taught myself is to go and travel Africa with one thing, and that is an open mind. I do not travel with a closed shell. I go into any country with an open mind. I will try everything that is possible and that I can try. Because I want to say I tried. And if it's food, I will eat. If I don't like it, I will say I didn't like it. But I like to explore. I'm adventurous. I love to, I like to travel. I am a solo traveler. And I can also do groups. But I don't mind either way. I'm very comfortable traveling alone or traveling in groups, or really going to profile countries, profile products, because that's where I am now, where I go and profile either travel destinations or profile hotels or profile products and services for various brands across the continent.
Right. I mean, you talked earlier about the differences when you go to different places, right? So let's take the East and West case study, right? How much does the East differ from the West?
Oh, pretty much so. And I will tell you, let's just stick to the food, for instance. The West African region everything is spicy. Everything is very peppery. Every food. I mean, West Africa doesn't eat anything that is not spicy. East Africa, it's a choice. You choose to eat spicy food, or mild, or hot. So it's your choice. You make those, but it's not a mandatory must-have spicy hot food. Number one. Number two, it's the the tourism. East Africa is very much known for its safari, and known for the, mostly the safari aspects of the tourism. West Africa, on the other hand, the tourism is more on the, visit the country, enjoy the country, the historical aspects
more
of
lifestyle.
the country. Very lifestyle and very chilled. Where else in Africa, it's full adventure. We have the migration, we have the safaris. I mean, there's quite a varied aspect into all this.
Yeah. So you decided to chart a course in luxury branding and luxury content.
Yes.
I mean,
the first one,
yeah.
the first of a kind,
Yeah.
in the continent, and this year we turned 10 years.
And that's what I'm wondering. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Because
Thank you.
I'm thinking, okay, how did it even come up to you to say, I want to create a career path around luxury in Africa?
So our platform purely focuses on promoting and showcasing luxury brands from the continent. And this is, of course, a way of saying if you are in the luxury space from anywhere in Africa, please engage us so that we can really get to see what your profile looks like and connect you even beyond the continent as well. For me, that was driven again by my experiences of traveling the continent and realizing that we have amazing products. And when people see our products, they usually see it as just the art, the paintings that you see, but it sets us apart. Our paintings are unique, all right? And the course of the charter, the charter course that I took was to really ensure that we want to celebrate African artists while they live. We want to ensure that we give credit where it's due. So we look at your artwork, we profile it, and we tell you, we engage experts, and we help you really connect with collectors and buyers globally. If it's products, then we look at your products, which markets you want to grow into, and our platform is very much available. It's a media platform. We aggregate content free. We don't charge to aggregate content for luxury brands for the continent.
Oh, wow.
100% free. For you to aggregate any content, which as long as it falls within the luxury aspect for the continent, we don't charge for it. Yeah. But, of course, we have other value adds. We have the magazine, which is called Luxury Exclusives with an X without the E. And then we have the platform and the podcast as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You seem to be enjoying the luxury field.
I love it. Why not?
What are the challenges in that field?
African products are always undermined and they're not appreciated. And it's because we haven't taken the time to market them and to get them known. When you talk about luxury, everybody celebrates international brands. But Africa is unique. Africa, we handcraft everything. So we take time to put our skill, our talent, our thoughts, our mind into the products that we produce. So it's in that spirit when we profile and we analyze, we look at the detail, the attention to detail that went into producing products, to profile your products and give you a certificate of authenticity to showcase your products. We give you a certificate, we give you a trophy, and we also we give you a luxury seal to say that your products are luxury. You have a luxury seal for all your products that you can use. Yeah. So that is done through the chamber, which is the African Luxury Network, Chamber of Commerce and Industries. Yeah.
Wow, you've had like the best of both worlds, a bit of corporate, a bit of culture, a bit of, curating, good content and all of that. What are the lessons you picked from corporate that are helping you in what you do now?
My biggest lessons in life, number one, is patience. And a lot of us grapple with patience. Patience in your journey of growth, patience in your milestones, and also persistence.
Patience and persistence.
Yes. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep moving. If you are determined to make it work, no matter how many people say no, maybe along the journey one person will say yes.
Yeah.
So that yes is a turning point. And you will grow from that yes, from 1 yes to 2 yeses to 3 yeses to 10 yeses to 100 yeses. So what I always tell a lot of the people is that have patience, because you are your journey and nobody else can take your journey. You understand, you mastered your own journey, have the patience and grow with your own pace that you can tolerate and understand.
What are the core values that define you personally?
I think for me, failure is not an option. That's the one thing that I can say is a core value that defines me. Is also tolerance. And maybe a little too much of love.
Love.
Yes.
Okay.
For all. Give love.
Yeah.
To everybody. You know, there's no time to sulk. I think that is one of my
absolutely.
principles,
Yeah.
that I don't have time to be
Yeah.
upset
Yeah.
or to be negative. You get ups and downs here and there, but it doesn't mean that you don't pick yourself up. Disappointments will always be there, but pick yourself up as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Let go, because once something has happened, the only thing you can do is to learn from it, learn your lessons, and forge ahead. Yeah.
I mean, it's been 10 years of working in the luxury industry in Africa,
Yeah.
right? I'm sure you see some new entrants or people who try to do what you do as well, right? What are some of the common mistakes that you see them do as well, and how it probably is hampering what Africa has to offer?
I think one of the things is we like to copy each other. And I always say, stay true to yourself. Stop copying what your other person is doing next door. If you have something that is unique, stick to your unique qualities. Identify where your niche lies and focus on that. And set yourself apart from the rest. So the number one that I see is a lot of copying.
Okay.
The other thing that I always see is, again, back to the lack of patience. And in my corporate days, the one thing that I learned, and especially working with the in the certain sectors, is that it can take you go into a market and you think it will take you between 3 to 6 months to close a deal. Oh, brace yourself for a good 18 to 36 months to close a deal.
Wow.
This is so that's why I said patience. I
Yeah.
learned with a lot of tolerance, with a lot of patience. You know, you
Yeah.
walk in and the story keeps changing all the time. So
Yeah.
learn to know when to say no, because maybe it's a waste of your time, or maybe there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
So you need to determine where your threshold really lies.
Yeah.
And pick yourself up from there.
I'm just tempted to ask, because I know you talk about this a lot, but I'm just
Yeah.
tempted to ask whether you've had that shocker or something of the sort that's actually making you passionate about this topic.
The biggest shocker is just, and for me, what makes me push is to prove to the rest of the world that we have it in Africa. But we still don't market our products. That's what I keep saying. For instance, we have a festival that has a platform that we are saying, Ghana, come showcase your products. And booths are available. Take a stand. You understand? It's an opportunity for people to come and showcase products.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that from there you're able to see, damn, that's a beautiful product from this person, or from this region, or from this part of Africa. And we lay back. We get given opportunities and we don't take them. And I keep saying, once you're given an opportunity, grab it with your two hands and run with it. Don't ever say no to an opportunity that has been given to you. Take it. Learn from it. If you can't do it, trust me, you'll find a way of doing it. Bring the experts to help you deliver. And then you can also learn how to do it. But don't say you can't once you have an opportunity presented to yourself.
If you look back, is there a certain mistake that you did that you wish you would have done differently? It could be about business or anything else.
Yes, I should have gotten out earlier.
Out of corporate?
Yes,
Really?
absolutely.
Why?
Because I'm loving what I'm doing,
I see.
you know? So for me, that's the one thing that I do say I should have left sooner.
Is it that you are not exactly corporate inclined or banking inclined, because you're mostly in the banking services sector, right?
Digital.
Digital,
Yeah.
right?
Fintech.
Okay, well, fintech, yeah.
Yeah, it cuts across. So I was
Yeah.
I was in the fintech digital space, more the fintech, working with banks,
Right.
working with telcos.
So what was about it wasn't working for you?
I can't say what was not working. Sometimes just the pace of making decisions across Africa can be very slow.
Okay.
And I think for me, that's something that, to be honest, is still a journey that we need to change, because the rest of the world is moving very, very fast. Africa, we take too long to make decisions. And even in the corporate space,
Yeah.
where solutions are presented, and it's something that should be done pretty quickly. But 18 months, we're still waiting for the stakeholders to make decisions.
Yeah.
Again, another thing is we have a lot of people that are in senior positions across Africa. That's another disappointment, perhaps I could speak. A lot of people in senior positions, but they're not key decision makers, which also frustrates a lot of the efforts of multinationals that want to come and do business in Africa. Because you have someone who's very key, very senior, and they'll tell you, I still can't make the decision. I have to go consult. And the person that needs to make those decisions, when they travel, work stalls and work stops.
Okay.
Those
Okay.
are some of the shockers
Yeah,
that you have to deal with, and this is Africa.
I know you are quite passionate about Africa, but how important is it for us to have open borders for easy travel and trade?
Wow, that's a very, very touchy subject, because even as we sit in this studio right now, it's still a challenge for us to travel across the continent. And I'll tell you a very good example. I have a team that is traveling from Zambia for the festival, and they couldn't even get approval for visa to come to Ghana
Wow.
for the festival today.
Are you serious?
Those are some of the things that I'm talking about. I have a team from the US that is also needs visas. These are Africans that want to come to Africa. And they're not able to get visas. The entire visa system, for me, for Africa, is something that the higher levels need to rethink, because we need to trade with one another. We need to open our borders so we can freely experience the continent.
Right.
We can't experience the continent, because the moment you go travel from one border to another, you need to present a visa. If you don't have a visa, you can't enter.
Yeah.
Okay? If you have a Schengen visa, you can travel the entire Europe with one Schengen visa. Okay? In Africa, for each country, you need at least a minimum of 36 visas to travel different countries of the continent. So those are some of the things that I see. The other thing is our air travel. I mean, the cost of air travel
So expensive.
is way too expensive. And I don't know when it will ever come down.
Yeah.
I mean, moving from Abuja to Accra is $800. If you have to move from Accra to London, is probably $500. If I have to move from Ghana to South Africa, it's $1,000. If I move from South Africa to travel to the US, it won't cost me that much. So why is our travel within our continent so expensive? And these are some of the things that we say we are promoting. Intra-Africa travel is very key
Okay.
for intra-Africa trade to go up and to grow. Otherwise, we're still going to be stuck with 15% in another 10 years
Right.
of
right.
trade.
What's the biggest lesson life has taught you?
What's the biggest lesson life has taught me? I'll still go back to patience
Patience. Okay.
and tolerance.
Okay.
Everybody's journey is different. Just tolerate people.
Many young people are listening to you and are inspired by your story. If you had an advice for young people, what would it be?
The youngsters of today. I think, number one, I'm very passionate about the youth
Okay.
because the youth of today is the leadership of tomorrow. And we say tomorrow, but today, youth needs to take its space and its place to lead the continent so that we can ignite the right levels of changes. You walk into boardrooms and decision makers will tell you they're still young. So if you don't give the youngsters an opportunity to be able to make decisions, they will not be able to grow.
Okay.
So lead. If you put someone in a leadership position, allow them to lead. Trust them to make the decisions. Let them engage and consult with you. But give them that opportunity to be able to actually show that they can deliver.
Yeah.
And they will prove that they can.
Yeah.
Because they're equally as hungry to get to the next level,
Yeah.
just as you are. I remember, for me as a woman, getting into the corporate world, it wasn't easy being a woman. I faced a lot of stereotype as a woman. And I didn't look back. I didn't let that trample me as a woman. That pushed me. I knew there is a ceiling that I need to break. I knew there is a bar I need to go over, and I did exactly that. So all I can tell the youth is that do not feel defeated and do not feel challenged and do not feel overwhelmed. What you need to do is today, job creation is becoming scarce, especially in the corporate world. I say, look for skills that serve you better. Do things that you enjoy and you're very passionate about. And through that, you will start to develop the right skills, become an entrepreneur, and before you know, we're celebrating you.
Well, tonight we celebrated you. Grace, thank you so much. You've got a very beautiful story and you really embody Africa.
Thanks to you, Lexis, for inviting
if
me.
you are listening in, Grace Mumo is the CEO of FESTAC Africa Festival. And this week, actually, from Monday, we're inviting you over to the Independence Square to come and experience the festival. Come with your friends, family, come witness amazing performances, and come network with other Africans from all over the globe who are coming in for FESTAC Africa Festival.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming by today. I know I've taken a bit of your time, but I would leave you to go rest a little bit as well.
I would never have been anywhere else other than here. So I am glad I came.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
We're happy you did.
And to all the listeners, please once again, welcome to FESTAC Africa Festival 2025 Destination Accra, Ghana.
Awesome. Grace Mumo is the CEO of FESTAC Africa Festival. This is how we wrap it up here on Personality Profile on Joy 99.7 FM. I'm Lexis Bill. Thanks for spending time with us. And the news coming up pretty shortly after that. Uncle Ken will be on your radio. Enjoy your evening. I'm back on your radio tomorrow at 3 o'clock here on Joy 99.7 FM.